Forget about it. And we're live again, everybody. Hey, look, we actually beat the clock this time. I scheduled it for 3 a.m. and we're at 2:51. So There we go. However, whoever was expecting me to go live from my channel earlier tonight, I guess we're just really freaking late tonight.
Very late.
So
Just
we still
4
got
hours and 41 minutes late. That's all.
right. Just a couple minutes, just a few. So as you guys can see, we've kept the party rolling over here. We're going to keep the live going. We're debuting a lot of Delta 17, and like I can't get over Steve. I can see exactly what you meant about the weight of the figures. They are solid. They are wonderful.
Oh, you got Jaguar, eh? Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got Jaguar and Shepherd.
And
Right. Yeah. I always forget people's orders.
Yeah.
Showing off the reversible goggles. I had them down earlier, and then I was able to show how you just swap and put them right back up.
Yeah.
And again, backpacks that serve purposes.
Where will these figures ship out from?
Well, we're going to be doing a fulfillment center thing soon, but until we get to that point, I'll be shipping them out of here, out of this retro modern barn thing that I have going on.
I guess I meant like what?
Yeah, where are you located at, Steve?
Yeah,
I'm in Manitoba, so I'm central, but I'm 10 minutes away from the American border. So as long as I can get my paperwork done right and all that stuff, then I can cross over, ship the stuff really easily.
Okay.
And that's no problem. So
that would cut down on shipping.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And plus we're with Shopify, so we get decent discounts on shipping as well. So with American shipping, it's already quite a bit cheaper than Canadian. And then with Shopify, you get a big discount on that. So it'll be fair. It won't be, free, but it'll be fair.
Well, then I'm out.
Nicely said. Nice.
Piss on this thing. Yeah. This line is stupid.
This is your first time meeting.
Yeah.
First time meeting Lawrence. He's a character. I think.
Hey, listen, just so you guys know, Canada is the closest state to me. So.
Oh.
Ouch. Nice. Where are you located?
Detroit.
Oh, okay. Illinois.
Are you a Red Wings fan like Oz or no?
Of course I am.
Okay. It's okay.
And just so you guys know, Ken and Steve, Lawrence likes Canada a lot better than Ohio. So
fucking so much more.
Why? What's wrong with Ohio?
Have you ever been there? Okay.
No.
Not that he's willing to admit clearly, so that says enough.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Ohio State University?
Yeah, sure.
The Ohio State University.
Right.
That's right, Lawrence. Say it
This
right.
is a shithole.
Okay. I don't know. I have no idea. I'd love to see all of America one day. I've only seen parts. But
oh, Kenny.
So are you guys going to be at Joe Fest this coming year?
Who's Ken?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we'll be there for sure, man.
I will see you both there.
That said Dead Wings suck?
Nice.
Kenzo. He'll probably be joining us shortly.
Is he from Canada?
No.
He
said go Avs.
Oh.
He's a Coloradoan.
I didn't highlight that comment. I wasn't trying to put that kind of.
It pulls up the private chat. That's why no comments are coming up. Ah, yes. Colorado arrogance.
Oz, did you get your? Are you going to go to Joe Fest?
Joe Fest is a go, son.
Awesome.
Well, we got to get the hotel booked, but Ziggy and I, we've been talking about it for the last couple of months on and off. We're going to Joe Fest.
I got my ticket. I got my hotel. I'm good to go.
For the people that are going to Joe Fest, did anyone think about doing a not a hotel, but
Airbnb?
Yeah, Airbnb.
That's kind of where
think about it, but that'd probably be cheaper than some of the hotels. The Marriott's like $500 a night.
That's what I was thinking.
Not with the Joe Fest discount rate. I don't think it is.
Yeah, but if you get 10 people,
Well, yeah, and if everybody's renting out like the same Airbnb,
No, I think
like,
I think the block for Joe Fest is booked up already.
Hmm.
Because that's
Really?
how we just.
Not all of
Yeah.
us are going with companies there, Ken.
Oh, sorry, or something like that.
Not all of us are vendors.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Steve, did we book already?
Hotel?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
All right, so I guess if I go, we can all get an Airbnb.
Well, I guess
then.
Ken and Steve are hooking up with you, Lawrence, and getting an Airbnb.
Yeah, right. I think we forgot the hotel. We got a couple of booths at the what have you.
Just sleep under the booth.
No, but
Oh,
but last time we booked the hotel on like a month's notice.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah,
have
let's
extra
look into
rooms
that.
set
What's
up
it
for
called?
the vendors, I'm sure.
Marriott Augusta.
There's going to be a lot more spaces because so many people aren't going to show up now because not all the vendors will be there.
Well, you know, that vendor that stepped out has now been replaced by Mythic Legions and Savage Crucibles. So
And Super
Yep.
7, I believe.
Yep.
I'm wondering how big Four Horsemen setup is going to be for this one. Whether they're going to send a street team. We've been talking. Oz and I keep talking about. Is it going to be a street team, or are they going to go the full 9 yards? Because there's no.
they'll probably do what they did at PowerCon, which was reasonable,
Well, that was-
small but not huge.
But they had a
PowerCon's their full setup, basically. Like that is like
Yeah, but
how
they set it up in a
feel.
pretty small square. I mean, they didn't have it
They didn't want to take over the whole thing, but yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their booth
So-
at PowerCon with the line area was probably what, maybe a 20 by 20 or 30 by 30
It
square
wasn't
foot.
big.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's good for sure, but I mean, for Mythic Legions, you know, you figure the way they have their diodes and stuff.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, because I'm
Guys,
not sure. I'm not sure how
I'm
far.
gonna back out real
it is for
quick.
them.
I'll pop back in, but the chat's
Sure.
not loading.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
Okay. Yeah, probably just got to reset.
I think Mondo had a bigger actual floor space than.
I do too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe not because you know, Mythic Legions had those big displays that were just kind of there. Mondo had to have the floor because those things are just so big and you kind of had to walk through them. But I think Mondo actually had a bigger space.
I bet you Mondo and Mythic probably had the same space. It was just the way it's set up. I think Mythic was
Yeah.
wider.
Layout.
And-
Yeah,
and
the layout
would
was
Super
Mondo
Seven
had
not
that
have been
carpet. That carpet, so you knew exactly how much space was theirs.
Yeah.
But Super 7 was showing the cat's lair, so you would think that would be a massive space.
Oh, Super 7 was
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Was it?
There we go.
It looked pretty big.
I wasn't there,
From
but
my
I'm just-
good
I mean,
Yeah,
I
sight.
didn't
remember
go and
because-
look at any of the stuff other than the cat's lair. So.
Yeah. Super 7 had a big half rectangle or half square around the outside of the cat's lair. So it was big.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were right next to NECA.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of that kind of gets like mixed.
They kind of mixed it together.
Does anyone know how far it is to travel for Four Horsemen to Ohio versus to Georgia?
Yeah.
It's like maybe 2 to 3 hours to Ohio, but to
Oh.
Georgia,
No.
that's going to be like a good 10 or longer.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, whether they're going to do street team. or
No,
whether-
from Mythic Legions where they're at, because I was right there when I went out for that training or whatever. I bet it's 3.5, 4 hours to
Okay.
Columbus.
Oh,
So now you're going to go to Georgia.
okay.
Yeah, you're
Where are
adding
they?
another 6 hours.
They're in Philly.
So total like 9-10 hours.
Jersey,
So-
almost to New York.
so that is
Wow.
9-10 hours. Isn't
Okay.
it? So
It can't be only 3 or 4 hours from Jersey to Columbus. It took me 4 hours from Buffalo to Columbus.
Well, okay, so I didn't go there. I went down to Baltimore, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure exactly, but I came through that way.
And it's
Like-
15 hours from Buffalo to Atlanta, and Augusta's about an hour north of there. So it's probably a good 10, 12
I'm
hours
gauging
drive.
it.
okay.
I'm gauging it from it would take me 3 hours to get to Jersey. It took me 6 hours for Ziggy and I to drive from Columbus, Ohio back. It took us a lot longer because we were making stops, but according to navigation, it should have taken us 6 hours.
Okay.
So that's
Wow.
why I say it's about 3-4 hours sounds about accurate. But again, it really depends on how many stops you're taking in traffic.
So,
patterns.
so from where I met you, Columbus is that far away?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think it was that far away. I thought it was like I didn't. I thought it was
It's a
actually
lot
closer
further
than
when you
that.
take a Greyhound.
Well, I understand that. But
It's really far
Apparently
when you
it's-
walk.
Oh, it takes over a day if I were going to fly.
It's pretty far when you're in California.
Every place is far when you're in California except the West Coast.
Even California.
I was going to say Northern
Actually-
California to Southern California. Is
Yeah,
a
right?
pretty long drive.
Yeah. It's a long
because
state.
Columbus is only 3.5 hours, 3.5, 4 hours from me.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh,
So
it's
just going to
awful.
jump in
The
here
whole
and say
time you're
hi
in
to the
Ohio driving.
5 people still hanging out with us. Cobwebs joined us for round 2. We got Duchess of Darkness. Of course, Kenny's here. Talking about the Dead Wings. We got Paul Morales hanging out with us. Bill's here. Bill, let me know if you want in on this action, brother. We were just showing off some Delta 17. I know you like some good, decent Joes.
So there are vehicles in the works for Delta 17 yet?
Yes.
Top secret?
We have a Wave 1.5 figure coming out. I think people will be happy with that. And we have plans for a vehicle. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Can
And
you
Wave.
discuss the style of vehicle? Like
It's
paint,
going to be an
shape,
armored grocery
motorcycle?
getter. That's the
Yeah.
that's the common thing nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, the 1.5 is somewhat vehicle-esque, I guess we've already said that.
Oh, you can't go too far with that one.
Well, we've already done, but we already have. We already told
Have
people
we?
it's somewhat. We've already told people it's somewhat vehicle-esque. We haven't.
Okay.
Okay.
The vehicle that we are going to work on, we have not started. I would say it's something that you've always wanted.
Mhm.
And I'll leave it at that. When you see it, you'll be like, holy shit.
Yeah, that one we don't talk about because
No.
Are you guys
We
going
have
to
a
be
lot
putting
to
like a
figure
lot
out.
of electronics and stuff into them, or are they going to be more kind of like the bare
No,
bones?
I don't really want to get into electronics. I mean, I know they're neat. I'd rather just stick with like functioning plastic that, stuff that doesn't break, first of all, lots of doors that open, things that you can, different missiles that you can plug on, or guns, or, those type of functions, just plastic play.
Adding electronics is just a
A,
mess.
a vehicle
Yeah,
that
I
I've
like
always
that.
wanted, like a destroyer to go with my USS flag.
No,
Damn it.
no. Yeah, that would
That's what
actually be
That's
pretty
what I was
cool.
like. That's what the HasLab should be. They do an
Yeah.
O-ring HasLab. Do a destroyer. It'll make people say, "Oh, you know what? It's not an aircraft carrier."
Yeah.
But you make it smaller, and then you have a support ship, and then you can have like an add-on with like a helicopter with an helicopter pad with a helipad on the
It'd
back.
be cool for them to even do like a gunship, not quite the same as
Yeah, so it's just something. If people have the flag,
yeah.
myself,
Because none of the other boats they made really are for ocean use, right? I mean,
Yeah.
other than the
It's
platform.
good point.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into the yes or no thing, because eventually you guys will get there, and I'll be like,
We would just keep throwing it.
but
at
it's
you.
not a
Yeah.
destroyer. It's not
Yeah.
a destroyer. You can say that.
I'll give you that one. I'll say no. I'll say no.
It's a flying saucer. I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Cosmos for the Transformers. Hey, Kenzo.
Hey, Kenzo.
Russell, I have like
They
an
did.
almost mint whale that I would have sold you, but you said mean
Nice.
things about Michigan, so sorry.
Just some Final Faction goodness right there. Fits well. Just say
What was
it's the only
that,
thing
Oz?
I had on. It's their I can't even remember the name of their vehicle, but yeah, this is their little good guy
I've never seen
vehicle
their
for Final
vehicles.
Faction.
Nice.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
cool.
they got the
They
vehicles.
got some cool
And
stuff.
most of this stuff is actually add-ons, like this armor panel here. That's an
Yeah.
add-on. There's
Oh,
a little
cool.
piece that goes to the front that popped off, and another side skirt on the back. But like the additional guns,
So it's like
all
a
that
little
stuff's like an
Osprey,
add-on
but
pack. Yeah, it's just something a little tiny. It was the right scale,
Yeah.
so I threw it on.
yeah, I got some of their figures, but I've never seen their vehicles.
Yeah,
So you're trying to tell me that is not $1.25 the way you have it. You have to modernize it. Customized.
Yeah, I had to spend another $1.25 on
See,
on
that's just not cool.
extra donuts.
That is false advertising right there.
$2 and
Well, it can't be
50
considered
cents,
false
and I got a
advertising if they
vehicle.
don't show it that way on the package.
I bet they wanted tax on top of that too, huh? Oz?
They did, man. And in
Damn.
Maryland, that 6% sales tax is killer. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And they probably asked you if you wanted to buy pay another $1 toy for the Toys for Tots too, right?
You know what? I almost drove all the way over to Delaware to avoid the sales tax.
Well, did you have to buy a bag for a dime? Because we have to pay a dime for bags now. In
Dime
Colorado.
bag.
Yeah,
It's,
we
a
got
new, it's a new dime bag. Yeah, it's a new
Bag.
form of.
So I found out when I was in
West
Jersey
One kind.
that you can't get plastic bags.
Not in New York either.
Yeah.
Can't do it here either. Nope.
We only
Not in
have
Canada.
You can,
a couple stores do it now. They have to do like the cloth ones for like 80 cents or whatever. But
right.
I think Ross and a couple other places actually have the plastic, but that's it. Nobody else does.
Pennsylvania still uses plastic like crazy.
Nice.
No,
We do. I mean,
we're
I
getting
got
We don't care about the
paper
environment.
bags.
The
Like,
Dollar
you
Tree
guys remember.
in New York is the only place I can go that'll give me a bag for free.
You got to use the plastic bags to save the trees.
Yeah.
listen. Those plastic bags
That's right.
are great for picking up dog shit.
Yep.
That was a
Cat
great
litter.
thing
They're
about those
good
bags,
bathroom
man.
bags for your trash can in the bathroom, man.
Yep,
Little can.
exactly.
It's
I've
actually
only
what the
got about
guys-
a 10-year supply, and then I'm going to be out of those plastic bags.
I have that one cabinet that's just full of trash bags.
Nice.
My daughter worked at Lowe's when they outlawed the bags in New York, and she brought home like a box of them. So
That's perfect.
because they're just throwing them in the dumpster. So there you go. Get rid of the bags, throw them in the dumpster.
Yeah,
This will
that'll
solve the
help.
problem.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Stupid.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Paul, what's happening?
Hey,
Right.
Bill.
Is there anything else
Everybody-
to say
So
about
they outlawed
Delta
plastic
17?
bags in New York.
Yeah, they outlawed
They've
everything in New York.
outlawed a lot of places.
In
Don't you have to
2030,
get,
you
like,
can't even
small
have
cups now,
gas
too?
appliances in your house anymore.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, right.
You're not allowed to
What?
shit in New York unless
Yeah,
it's into
yeah,
somebody's
there's
compost box.
unintended consequences to all of that.
Look at
There's
usual.
unintended consequences
usual
to all
Mike.
of that, and it's all.
But
gonna
you can
come-
go through a store and steal stuff as long as it's less than like $1,000, right? Because then they
That's
don't
right.
even go after you.
Hey, Mike, it is 3:09 a.m. here.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, unusual Mike.
Mhm. I do got to pack it in relatively soon, but
Yeah, same here.
This has been fun.
Right. Well,
Is it
it's
like
just kind of
midnight
that little after party.
It is, but I was up late last night too. So I know. Wow, Lawrence.
Showing them
I
off
didn't say
again to
anything.
everybody.
Nice.
Sounds like
Wasn't
you're
on
gonna
Aaron's
tap
stream
out.
earlier.
We appreciate
Delta
you showing that.
17.
Called a
stuff
screw
off,
job.
Ken.
We got lots of them here.
I was gonna say Steve's got the yeah
I don't have enough hands, but yeah.
back
We
here.
got-
Show us Kestrel because she's the one that we didn't get to see a feature on this.
Oh,
I
okay.
left mine upstairs. So
I'll
What is
get
the
you a
What's the
kitted
price
up.
point on these?
the price point
they're-
25 US.
25 US. So she comes with the AR-15 with an M203 underneath. There's also an IR laser on the side, and a red dot on the top. Backpack and a knife. So she doesn't have a ton of kit, but she's got a ton of personality. She's Polish Special Forces, JW Grom, it's called. And she was grafted into Delta 17. We'll find out about that in the comic. I wish the comic would come a bit sooner. Our artist is a bit slow. I think you guys will appreciate the story, the world, the plot, and the pacing. We're keeping the pacing pretty fast, pretty intense. And I think you guys will like it. There's Leonidas. There's everyone's favorite is Rooster. Leonidas, he's got a dog bowl. Oh, I detached it, did I? So he's got a dog that comes off. And there's a tiny little dog bowl for the dog. And that clips onto the
Love
back
that.
of the pack.
Yeah, Ken had showed that.
Yeah. It's just fun. This was actually like the biggest hit of Joe Fest for the Delta
dog
17 booth.
But by the way, Steve, I wanted to ask because I've only played with the one sample. But did you have a problem getting the dog onto the pegs flush down onto the backpack?
The first 2 times, yeah.
Okay,
When
yeah,
the first 2 times, it's insane.
Okay.
And then
'Cause
once you get it, it's fine.
Yeah, I got a question from one of the ones that we sent out. They said, "How do you get how do you get it all the way down?" I'm like, "You just kind of got to jimmy it a little bit. You may want to face it backwards, try it again, face it forwards, try it again. You'll get there, and then afterwards, it'll fit just fine."
Yeah. For the first 2 times, you're just like, holy cow, I'm gonna break this thing, and then it's just a little bit stretched out because the dog is PVC, which is sort of rubbery plastic, and the pack is ABS. So there'll always be some differences in the shrinkage between the 2 types of plastics. So this guy shrinks a little bit. Once you stretch it a bit, perfect. Now it's just like easy on, easy off.
Is the dog designed after a German Shepherd?
Yeah, this is like it's kind of a mutt, but it looks a lot like a shepherd. So right now it's in its puppy mode. So in the future, we will see it as a full-fledged, useful dog. Right now, it's kind of a useless.
So he's in training.
Yeah, and he doesn't really do all that well. So
yeah,
he's a puppy.
So I have a couple questions.
Yep.
One would be, one is with the thumbs and stuff. Do we have to worry about them breaking, or are they somewhat like when Hasbro redid their Joes?
Well, we have swivel wrists. So this is a separate part.
Okay.
And the hands are PVC. So that's a rubberized style plastic.
But
so
we did go on the harder end of the PVC, unlike the night vision goggles on Shepherd, which is a really soft PVC.
Okay. Yeah. Shepherd's nods are pretty soft, and as well as Spetsnaz's belt is really soft.
Yeah.
Outside of that, here's his belt. It's just like Outback's belt, very, very soft, right?
Yeah.
Or ripcord or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And
I've been saying the Snow Serpent as the example because that's an army builder.
Yeah, that's a good one for sure.
Yeah.
But their hands are probably, I guess, what they call 85-degree PVC or 80. I can't remember the breakdowns. So it's
the belt is 70 now, right?
Yeah, I think the belt might be 60. I don't know.
What? Yeah, when we were at Joe Fest, we were at 90. And then you asked me, should we go down to 60 or 70? And I said, I have no idea what that means, Steve.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And then my other question, and this is a complaint that I've had now, and I don't want ankle rockers on O-rings, but have you thought about putting swivel ankles so they can just turn, because O-rings do not stand all that well. But if they were to have it where you can twist, especially when you're putting them in dynamic poses, just so you can twist that ankle, you could put them more in an L shape so they wouldn't fall as easy, and also get them into like shooting positions, especially considering using the wrist, which will right there, that makes it so you can pose with weapons that much better.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a slippery slope, right? Pretty soon we're into the modern era,
And that's not what I want, but I mean, if they just twisted so you could turn it, it doesn't take away from the aesthetic. And again, I don't know anything about design or anything. Just I hate how easily O-rings fall down, and you can't pose them all that well.
Yeah. Well, the issue is, with the bottom leg, the mold meets it from the sides, so it's a solid piece. You have at the bottom, there's a peg hole, right? So that's right on the very verge of it'll be on the edge of the steel mold. That's how you can get the peg hole there, and the molds meet it right from the side. So if you're to do a swivel foot, you would have to do a PVC foot probably to make it soft enough to pop into the ABS leg. Like ABS, that's this hard, super hard stuff we have, right? Yeah, your plastics. But so you might be able to do it. I'm a little bit hesitant just because I do love the super vintage. I love innovation, but pretty soon I'm going to want to do more and more and more, and then after a while we have,
A modern figure. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. Because every time you got to do some of this stuff, you got to switch over to PVC. When you switch over to PVC, sorry, you lose your shine, you lose your hardness and that heaviness. And I really like the solid feel that the old GI Joes have and that these guys have. They're just as heavy. They
It's
feel
not
the
just that,
same.
but it's also an extra part, right? So your parts count goes up if you do it
Yeah,
that way, I would think, right?
it doesn't make a huge difference purchasing plastic, but it makes a difference in assembly costs. For printing or for injecting plastic, it's not that expensive. It's the assembly, the paint, different things like that. It would make it more complex, prone to failure. Whenever PVC and ABS meets together, there's chances of failure. Like for the forearms, in order to have the swivel wrist, we had a whole bunch of options, and we wanted it really not to fail. That was our main goal. We don't want these things going out and people are like, oh crap, this broke, or it looks like shit. There's a big crack here. This, falls out easily. So what we had to do is we had to split the forearm into two separate pieces. So there's a plug on the inside. This hand will not come off ever. Right. And they get glued together.
Yeah.
So there's each forearm is two separate pieces now.
All right. And you know what? And having you just explain it rather than someone just say, no, I'm not going to do that, or no, that's stupid. To me, I just like, hey, why can't we do this? And everything that you just explained makes sense. Whether or not I want it or not, it makes sense. Like you talked about the shine. I never really thought about that sheen that you get that we used to have on the old figures.
Yeah, that was one of the main goals that I wanted for this line. If we couldn't get the shine, I didn't want the line. Like seriously.
Did our EP samples have the shine or no?
No. The FEP did. The final engineering pilot did. Like, okay, so Lawrence? Your suggestion, Ken knows this already. I'm one of these guys. I need to warm up to an idea. If someone says something, I don't go, great, that's fantastic, we'll do it. Even though it is a great idea, it has to grow. So it might be possible. It might be a fantastic idea, but it's going to take a while for me to. There's a bit of I don't know if it's my clutch is a bit slow, or.
But for me, like you had reasoning. Like you had all these reasonings. You didn't give me. He didn't say no.
Right.
Well, we don't do it because of this, and like you had a reasoning of, obviously it would take looking a lot into it, and to me that's just like, again, I ask people with the channel and everything that I do, for suggestions, and there's people that ask for suggestions and then they don't take it, they don't want it, they don't listen. Just asking, and you having a response, and had a pretty good response, to be honest. Things that I didn't think about because I'm not a designer. I'm just looking at a figure going, I want it to stand better, and I hate stands.
Right. Yeah, like if you whenever you do something new, you got to give up something old. So the question is, do you really want to give up that old thing? It might be a cornerstone to your value. Like just, you might pick up the new thing and you might be like, I don't know. It just doesn't have that magic that it once had. Like to innovate that, even if it was problematic, the team that we're working with, they would easily fire it out. I mean, we managed to find a product design manager who was probably one of Hasbro's best, if not their best, that worked with them for many, many years. And he I don't know what he did. He went independent anyways. We found him about a year later, and he has been amazing. The team he works with in Hong Kong is amazing. The factories that we get into are the same ones that, Star Wars Black, G.I. Joe Classified, Power Rangers are in. So we've been very, very fortunate.
And the speed of how he responds to you when you have a question, he was pushing you. We were expecting it to be the other way around, right? And this is the fortunate thing about getting you on here, because you talk to the project manager a lot more than I did. So like all these little fittings, the parts count, I didn't have all that information.
And can I say something? Like, so this has nothing to do with you guys at all, but this was something that when Shartimus was doing his Kickstarter and like Bobby Vallis started asking him specific questions that I think were really good questions, he had no answer for. And I feel like where Ken like said, I don't know what that means. Like if Ken was doing it and asking questions, there's things he wouldn't know. No offense, Ken, but you're not a designer, and you've admitted that. So
yeah,
but
that comes with the package, right? So yeah.
I mean, you had these answers, which I definitely do appreciate. And I'm just gonna fire these off at you.
Go for it.
Are they designed like the regular O-rings from the Joes? Like, can we take them apart?
Yes, you can totally take them apart. Everything is interchangeable with old Joes except for the females. Okay.
Okay.
So the females have a really slight torso. I wanted to make them more ladylike. I don't have any GI Joes. Like I just moved 4 weeks ago, so everything's still in boxes. But if I was to put this up against a Lady J's shoulders are the same width as Flint's shoulders, right? But we brought them in about, I don't know, 3 to 5 millimeters on each side. So in order to do that, to give her a slight hourglass look, we had to really reduce the shoulders. In order to do that, we had to reduce the neck ball. So the neck ball is almost non-existent. If you give me a second, I'll go grab a screwdriver and I'll show you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I ain't going anywhere. It's
Definitely.
in the fucking morning.
Right? So, Bill,
Yeah.
Kenny, how you guys doing tonight?
Hey, doing all right. Bored painting though, getting some stuff done.
Good deal, good deal. Bill, you're muted.
Todd, this is
You
still
gotta
going.
unmute yourself.
Yeah, I had
There
muted
we
because
go.
I was doing Oh yeah, I'm on now. Thank you. It's a late night. We had a fun time over on the show. Jones ate a tuna rare bit open face sandwich that was from a 1950s video where a little girl named Tuna Fish Sally made it with her boyfriend. Somebody dared him to make it and eat it. He did live on my show.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, how are you guys
Hilarious.
enjoying this?
We got in the Christmas spirit by watching some old time Christmas commercials.
Classics.
Oh,
always.
great! I'm not the only one that does that. That's awesome.
I
Those are
started
awesome.
around Halloween. I start watching the classic Halloween commercials and then roll it into Christmas.
Yeah.
So, how are you guys liking this first look at some Delta 17 stuff here live on the channel, guys?
That's
I
cool.
think it's awesome, dude.
I think it's
I've
pretty
been
neat
watching
trying to
since
bring
earlier.
the O-rings back into fashion again.
Okay. So here's, I don't know if you can see that very well. Here is, Leonidas. So he has a regular size neck ball. Right next to him is Kestrel, and her neck almost angles straight down to this almost non-existent. Like you can see from the side, there's barely a ball. Whereas with Leonidas, it's a stem that goes to a ball. So with Kestrel, it's almost straight down. It's just slightly curved. It does click in really nice. It's not gonna like pop out or anything like that, even though there's no definable neck ball. So that's what we had to do in order to fit her into this really small, crowded torso. Like, look at how crowded that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
So
But you see how the arms just hold in. You couldn't get that with the old Joes.
Yeah, and we tried to suck in the shoulder balls a bit. I didn't want it to look too much like a toy where you had, your torso and then a shoulder ball just sticking out like that.
Yeah.
So we really tried to suck it in nice. We've got
Like
little.
you notice the arms aren't falling out.
Yeah, we've got little bars on the inside here that hold the arms. So,
Yes.
they will
Well,
stay in. And that part's nice. There's some little inner bevels and a couple of little posts and holes, extra ones at the top. So these guys in Hong Kong, they just went the extra mile. They engineered stuff that we didn't even have in our sculpts, and we were quite pleased with that. I think you guys will like it. Everything on a male Delta figure is interchangeable with GI Joe. It's just the females, only the heads. So otherwise, everything is swappable.
And not straight arm, because straight arm is designed differently.
Yeah. The
What?
82s. The 82 straight arms.
Yeah, the straight arms. I found that out
Right.
the hard way. Fucking's that.
Yeah, that's weird, eh?
So I can throw a flint head on one of those. No problem.
Oh, okay, cool.
No,
you
I'm
said,
asking.
Can you throw a flint head on it?
Oh, flint head. I thought you were gonna throw. I misread it.
No, I'm saying
Yes.
I could throw, but
Yes.
obviously, if the head doesn't have, it can't bend down. You can't use that, correct?
Yeah, no, you can't use
Okay.
the stem. I call it the
Which is
neck
fine.
stem. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so,
I hate
so
that
85
design.
onwards is basically.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish, like, if Hasbro, when they would have done the O-ring again, I wish they would have made all those figures have the ball joint neck so they could look down, have the wrist that removes. I mean, they should. I mean, again, a lot of us already have those, and they're actually not that expensive. I mean, some of the figures are expensive, but
Right.
like, give us like that Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, where make it so the wrists come off, make it so that neck joint, is like the ball joint or however it is, so you can look down. Give us something different, so it's just not the exact same.
Yeah.
But they're like, here you go, exact same thing you had, except less shiny, doesn't hold the weapons properly. Backpacks, aren't interchangeable.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that's a bummer.
Steve, one of the things that I was commenting on before, and I know Lawrence is a big proprietor, appreciate that we got a sniper rifle here with no bent barrel. The weapons are very stiff and solid. They're not gummy at all.
Yeah.
Even Jaguar's blades, extremely stiff, not like that flimsy, bendy, thin plastic that a lot of the old swords are kind of made out of. I don't care for that.
Right.
I appreciate that these are sturdy.
Yeah, we might have to switch to some of that stuff in the future. I mean, we do want to sell this stuff to kids. Right now, we're rated at 14 plus.
Yeah.
We skipped the sharp testing. We skipped the drop testing. It's just like, whatever, just get it out. I don't want to pay $20,000 for a bunch of bureaucratic bullshit is all it is, really. So, I mean,
that only matters if they go into big box stores and if you want them in that aisle. Right?
Yeah, like I mean, if even what's his face here, Shadow Dragon, his horns. If you poke that in your eye, yeah, you're going to hurt yourself. They are sharp. They are solid. His swords, and these things really stick in here. There we go. His swords are very sharp.
Yes.
And it is a solid ABS. So you poke that in your eye, yeah, you're in tough luck there.
So is it strong like a NECA or a Valaverse weapon?
Yeah, like Valaverse. Yeah.
Okay.
So Valaverse is using ABS. GI Joe Classified right now is using PVC. That's why everything's coming out like
You mean rubber?
Gummy or bent.
Peyronie's disease or whatever they call it.
They have gotten better. I will give them that.
So-
They have gotten better, but there were some of them that were really, really bad.
Oh, don't be such a Hasbro shill. Jeez.
I know.
God,
You know me.
this guy always
Shilling for the Hasbro. Man.
Yeah.
How much
This
free
is a
stuff they
Legion
sending you?
channel over
Let me
here.
interrupt for a moment.
How are you getting free stuff? I don't even get
Ozzy.
free stuff.
There's Ozzy. There's a guy named K-Dog Broadcasting wanting to know how good of a mic do you need to sound good on YouTube. I don't know how good
We were
I sound.
we were
I don't
answering
even have a
earlier.
mic. I'm just using the built-in mic on my laptop.
And you sound okay already. We were
Yeah,
saying
you
Blue
sound
Yeti.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Right.
most common one that I see a lot of people liking is the Blue Yeti mics. Ken, you use, how's that pronounced?
Malky. Yeah, I actually tried to answer a K-Dog on Instagram earlier.
Yeah.
I use the Malky shotgun mic. If that's the one that you hear me normally when I'm doing my voiceovers, that's usually
Right.
the one that I'm using. I think it's okay. I probably should start leveling up a little bit
I got to
more.
be a smart ass and just ask why a guy named K-Dog Broadcasting needs to know. Ask us toy guys what a good microphone on YouTube is.
So if you get to know K-Dog, he's quite the perfectionist. So even if you give him the top of the
Right.
line mic, he's going to look one level higher, at least from what I've talked to him about.
Yeah.
Because when I talk to him, he's very thorough. Because he's one of my patrons as well. So when I talk to him about one of my videos, he's really, really thorough when he gives me feedback. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So for me, I use
I can
it's a
appreciate that.
toner microphone. It's about half the cost of a Blue Yeti, and from what people say, the sound is decent. Sometimes, if that mic's not working properly, I got a Jabbar headset, and I just flip that microphone down, and I'll use that.
I
Nice.
got you. Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Mhm.
I
These
think most
are-
of it's
they
your
def-
voice, Ozzy. Your voice sounds
thank you.
like so soothing.
I appreciate that, Bill.
DJ Ozzy Oz.
You know, I get a lot of people at work because I answer the phone all day for work that'll say that. They're like, you should do a radio show. And I'm like, I got a YouTube channel. And they're like, I don't give a fuck.
Nice.
I didn't say anything about YouTube, damn it.
Podcast.
Your radio
Yeah.
show.
I don't want your damn YouTube. Get on the AM.
You got a face
But
for
you can't-
radio, damn it.
don't say you have a YouTube show. Say I'll have a podcast.
There you go. Sounds more professional, right?
That's what it's got to be. I just got to start saying I have a podcast. What do you talk about? Adult toys. That'll get them.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start getting complaints from the hospital, and they'll be
Speaking
like,
of
"There's a
adult
guy on your
toys.
phones who talks about adult toys."
Wasn't there like an old grandma that used to do that on TV?
Yeah, Ruth.
All right.
Oh man.
It's
Nice.
ladies' night over at Bill's.
Nice.
Pimp Daddy Destro in the house.
Nice.
The
He's
music
got all
sells
the
it.
ladies.
That's funny.
Wow.
Every lady in my collection just about is over there hanging out. Even Queen Marlena back there in the background. And Destro's got quite
Awesome.
a group there with him. I'm not sure what it's doing there in the front, but it looks quite interesting.
Mhm.
Right?
That Masterverse Evil
Anyway,
in tried to
I'll
get
go
in.
with
They
that. I'll
said,
let
no,
y'all
you can't
take a look
come.
We appreciate it, Bill. Thank you.
That's good.
They're
So-
all there. You
K
want-
Dog Broadcasting saying broadcasting refers to talking about sports. Kenny, you gotta hook up with K Dog here and be the official sports broadcast of ToyTube.
I'd love to get K-Dog on a stream just to meet him sometime. You know?
Right? That's what I'm saying. He's always in the
Like-
chat. I'd love to actually have him join us sometime.
Yeah, like he first commented on my stuff like 2 years ago. You know?
Wow.
One of those been following me since like near the beginning. So yeah.
Look, if you're gonna pop your cherry, you might as well do it on the Clubhouse because that's what we're known for. We pop everybody's YouTube
It's a
cherry.
good ease. It's
Oz
a
is
good
at
easing
popping
in.
cherries.
I recommend
Yep.
it.
I got a
Well,
good technique.
Brick was actually pretty anxious
Very
about going on a
gentle.
live stream until he jumped in here and kind of eased it in with like a larger crowd and a more casual setting rather than the more
He
targeted.
eased
smaller.
it in with something larger, is what you said, Ken? God, you're dirty.
Well, you know, larger with lube as opposed to smaller.
Well,
without.
that's how you
I
get your
don't
cherry
know.
popped, Lawrence. Don't you know these things? You have 2 kids.
Yeah, but you don't have to go large right away. I mean, my ex knows that.
I know. She was with a 5-foot tall midget.
Hey,
But man, some people do not complain
that
about
was very
4 inches.
redundant.
with a flat.
Do you even
Gotta
know
have
what
that.
redundant means?
After a certain height, you don't have to add they're a midget. They know.
I just wanted to make you feel good about yourself. And it's not. We can't say midget anymore, right? It's like
Little
horizontally
person.
challenged or something. Little people.
I don't know. I'm not a midget, so I don't
Well,
know.
what do they call Tyrion Lannister on Game of Thrones? Right? It's always the dwarf, the imp,
Yep.
the something or whatever. All right, K Dog.
That's right. He's saying he's working his nerve up. So hey man, take all the time you need, and then eventually, right when you're feeling the least amount comfortable, just jump on.
Here, K Dog. Here, let me give you some advice that Ken will know. Nick Nimmin always says. If people are always worried about how they're going to sound. They say they don't like their voice. They don't like the way they look. just understand this: when you're on a stream like this,
Mhm.
that voice that you're projecting and the look, it's what everyone sees every single day. So
Yep.
even though you may think that it's weird, it's what everyone sees every day. So it's really no different, other than
Right.
you're on some model.
Yeah. I look back at stuff I did in 2022, and I think I went
agree
over
with
the
Mark.
top with the,
We're all our
with
own
the
worst-
DJ stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
all our
like-
own worst critics.
But
hate
like
my
I
own
said,
voice.
Right.
well, from what I do know about K Dog, he's not going to half-ass or even three-quarters anything. If it's not absolutely dialed in for his full confidence, he's not going to do it. It's one of
Man,
those.
don't half-ass anything.
I'm not
whole
one to
ass
talk
the whole-
because
Yeah, but I
watched
half-assed
in
everything
way
when I started. So
professional. But if you're gonna do something, just do it. Like
Yeah.
the waiting
Yeah.
for perfection,
Yeah.
you're never gonna actually start. Just do it.
It's
Yeah.
all about just doing
Wow,
it. Like
Thanos is
once you
right
try
there.
it,
yeah.
Like kissing that pretty girl. Just do it, you know?
Well, you have to start at the bottom and you have to work your way up, and you can't skip that all the way to the top. I mean, if you
Never
like
works.
me, I mean, I'll admit it. I if you watch my first stream, it's a damn clown show. It was horrible. But every stream I did after that, I did something different or better.
Yeah.
I'm still not
Nice.
there yet, but I'm. It's all a
People
work in
still
progress.
comment on like
And
my
get rid of
first 2 or 3
StreamYard
videos.
altogether and start.
Yeah.
I had to stop my first stream 3 minutes in because I didn't know how to
Go ahead, Ken.
stop the music that I was playing.
Right.
I couldn't figure out like in StreamYard. It just
And
kept playing, so I just killed it.
And even
I remember
when you
Payne
think you're
did that on his first show.
even
that
when you're
jazz
really
music.
proud
Oh,
of
God.
something,
Payne's
you know-
first show, I'm sorry. He had the
Go ahead.
music so fucking loud the whole damn time. It was
Yeah.
that jazz music.
He didn't know how to turn it off.
I enjoyed the jazz music.
But it was so loud.
It
Yeah.
was loud. It was definitely loud. Like when we watch Radnom streams, like, you know, and he's got the jazz playing while he's doing stuff, it's great because it covers over all those silent parts. Aaron just didn't know how to tone that volume down so he could actually talk.
Wow.
Well, I remember
But
I did,
that's-
you know, I do my stupid voices. So I started out doing Orko, or I did that one with Cringer or Skeletor. And somebody's like, this is the most cringe thing I've ever seen. Stop it. And I was like, wow, that sucks. I thought I did a
Oops.
pretty good voiceover, man.
Right.
Nice.
When
Oh, well.
Skelly and I first started doing things, like I look back at some of those videos where it's just me sitting with my laptop on like a microwave tray in front of me. It's so horrible, and the sound was just awful. So like, you know, just got better.
Well, I talk
Yeah.
about my first reviews and I leave them up so like anyone that's wondering, like, you know, oh, you know, how'd you start off, dude? Watch it. I set my phone up. I walk behind the bar and then I get in front of it and then I start talking because I didn't even realize you could just go in and clip the video, so you see the whole damn thing. Like it's just this. There's my bar, and then you see me walk in. It's not like there's an entrance. But yeah, I mean, you learn.
That's how you should have played it off, though.
I didn't even. Well, again, I wasn't even trying to do it. I just like I saw that. Hey, you know what? These classified figures came out, and no one's comparing them to the O-ring. I didn't really know that much about the toy industry and what was actually going on. I learned pretty quickly.
So
Yeah,
what you're saying is you were just a joke collector and not a toy collector?
You know what? I can't say that. I was a Joe collector, but I collected so much shit for over the years.
Yeah.
So with
I
this
didn't
right
know
here,
toy industry is what it is.
so Todd bringing up the fact that you can stream with a mask on and a voice changer. I don't know how many of you guys will watch like Fans of Power, because I know, of course, I'm a big Motu guy, so I watch them. Joe Amato, he always wears a Modulok mask, right? Now, was it about a month or so ago, he did a stream where he was gonna finally take the mask off, kind of thing. And the whole time he's talking and like you see him moving and everything like that, and then he's like, "I'm gonna do this face reveal," and he pulls everything off, and it's totally not him; it's completely somebody else. but just the way it was done with him speaking into the microphone, it was like you thought it was going to be him behind the mask, because it just, like, you would think if he wasn't sitting where he was normally sitting, it wouldn't sound as good. You know, or maybe his voice would be clearer and not have that
Well, even his
sound like it's got
gestures, like
something
it
here.
seemed like it
It
was
was
him.
right.
Eldor has a
It was-
good setup, right? He's got a mic underneath his mask.
Yep.
Oh,
He
that's
puts
what
the
he does?
mic underneath.
I heard Joe was another one that everybody was surprised how vertically challenged he was.
Joe is another short little shit like Lawrence.
Whoa! That was a shot at me that just.
No, I
I'm
didn't
taking
say
a
talking
fucking
about
straight
people
bullet
that they
here.
Hey,
met.
Kenzo, don't apologize to him. Just say yes, it was a fucking shot. Take it.
I was talking because they were saying that when they met people at Joe Fest, when they were surprised someone was taller than shorter. I had nothing to do with you, man. I swear.
Fucking
Yeah.
care.
Now the Red Wing comment was for you, but that was it. And you know what? Fuck your Lions. Beat my damn Broncos tonight, bastard. Anyway.
Hey, I'm not a Lion
Talk
fan.
about a shock.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, they've won a few games this year.
I've got,
Well, hey, listen, I believe they're.
I've got a
good team.
question. I've got a question for the panel. All right, so I got a question for the panel. I was looking at the chat that Ozzy was bringing up, and K-Dog said something about articulated ninja. Who the hell is that?
Guy with the mask on 3POA.
He wears a
Yeah.
mask and he does toy reviews,
Silence.
and he is now like basically part of that 3POA group.
Yeah. Just one of those other people that
Okay, is he a good guy, bad guy? I've never
He's
seen.
not a bad guy.
He produces really good videos. I mean,
Yeah, his videos are good.
I
He's
met
not
him
a
in
bad
person.
guy.
I met him in
I
person
don't
at
like
Joe
the way he
Fest.
talks, but that's
Oh, really?
just a personal.
Really nice guy when I met him at Joe Fest.
Yeah,
Really
he's a really nice guy. I met him at PowerCon. He's a really nice
Oh,
guy.
there you go.
Nice.
I
That's
hope you like.
awesome.
I hope you like how I talk, Ed.
I do
That
like how
looks
you
cool,
talk,
man.
Ken. The thing I don't like about Articulated Ninja is he always has that like
Badass
half whisper.
Matt.
It's just one of those things that irritates my ears.
Oh,
$20 at Ross.
It's soothing.
wow.
So, Ken, you should talk like someone also with the name Ken when Kenzo has that on.
there we
Hey,
go.
Keep that name out your mouth.
No, let's not go down that route. Okay, because now we're hitting some parts where even Oz can draw a line on his channel.
Gee, that's like really bad if Oz.
It's bad if Oz is drawing a line on his channel.
actually- It's actually really good. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, there are depths that even Oz will not plunge to.
That's crazy.
But it just sounds so good. I just wish everyone could experience it.
Well, you can go watch the whatever the fuck I can't even remember his name anymore. Mushmouth. You can go watch Mushmouth reviews and try to figure out what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah.
Mushmouth, huh?
Oh,
It's impressive, I'm telling you. Well, Aaron's got it right here. Go ahead and answer. He's gonna try to, but I'm gonna spend 20 minutes trying to figure out what it is he's trying to ask me for. What?
Yeah, you thought he was going to borrow some ketchup, and then you know what's going on. Dude, the more I watch YouTube and see this stuff my kid watches, the more I just realize I'm really freaking old, and I don't get it, and I don't want to. So
Yeah.
The first time Connor came up to me talking about his drip, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I had to actually
your
get him to
nose.
clarify because I was not. I was thinking it was
Kid.
something real bad. Like, here, there's a box of tissues over there. Daddy carries a Kleenex. This is a lost art, reusable kind of thing.
dude,
Now, if
I'm
he's in
gonna.
high school and he says that, then you worry because you're like, oh God, let's go to the
Well,
clinic.
that's. I was like, what you know about drip? Because I'm thinking like high school stuff. Like, I'm sorry, what? Do I got to go take you to a clinic?
Them dirty girls.
That's funny.
Like, you're too young for that, man. You shouldn't be anywhere close to that. But that's just.
I'm in a group chat on Instagram with a bunch of my buddies, who skate, and they're all in their mid 20s, and here I am
So
approaching.
you're their
50.
daddy, huh?
Yeah, I'm about to be 48, and they start saying shit in there, and I can figure out what they're saying. And the one guy will be like, "English, motherfucker, English," and he's like, "That was English." I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck does that mean?" You know,
How
like
old
I can
English?
figure what. I mean, it's just like they're like, "Man," I'm like, "Dude, I'm old, motherfucker. You guys know that. Just that doesn't make any sense." Like, I know what you're saying, but
Yeah, right.
they're like, "You need to catch up." I'm like, "I'm not catching up. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with that type of talk."
Lawrence,
I
were you
thought my
a
kids would
skater?
talk about- Yeah,
Not was, is.
yeah, I am. I am.
Nice.
Were you once a skater, Lawrence?
No, I am a
Still
skater.
are?
Still,
How old are you?
yeah. I'll be
Not
48
was,
at the end of the
is.
month.
How old are you?
He's 48, Bill.
48?
Gonna
Yeah.
be. Yep. A couple
Respect,
weeks.
man, because hell, if I got on a skateboard now and fell off of it, I would probably break every bone in my body.
You know, it's to me, it's just it's so second nature. I didn't skate for 10 years till my ex left. That was what 7 years ago, 8 years ago now, almost 8 years ago. And it was just like, I mean, it took
Lawrence
me time.
got the leash taken off. He's like, I'm gonna go skate again.
Oh, dude, it was great. It took time to accept that my body's never going to do certain things again. Like, just accept this. But once I did, I mean, I just had so much fucking fun doing it.
And that's all that matters right there.
Yeah. And again, like,
Absolutely.
I'm not skating big ramps. I'm not skating big rails. I mean, you can still get hurt. But again, like, if someone my age gets hurt playing hockey, no one blinks, no one says anything, or playing basketball. But you know, if you get hurt skateboarding, it's like, don't you think you're a little too old? It's like,
All the time, right?
yeah, it's second nature, and that's what I tell my buddies like that are in their 20s. I'm like, listen, it's guys like me that when you're 40, you won't have to worry about people asking, "Oh, you still do that?" I mean, yeah, there's Tony Hawk and all them, but you know they're getting paid for it. It's gonna be. There's so many guys in their 40s that are
Right.
still skateboarding, which shocked me. Like I thought it'd be me and my buddy. There's so many guys in their 40s going, guys in their 50s skating, and it's like, wow, this is actually pretty fucking cool. But you go to the basketball court, you see the same thing.
I was gonna say, like, if anybody were to
Yeah,
say, like,
it
don't
takes
you
a
think
lot
those
to be a
guys are a
skater.
little
I've got a
old?
nephew named James Hardy who was a professional skater. All of his videos that he would show me were him wiping out. He did a whole video of nothing but all of his wipeouts. And I'm like, damn, dude, how are you still walking? But he was like in his 20s, so I guess you're more flexible at that age.
Well, you know, just one of these things. Like, look at Tony Hawk. He still skates quite regularly, and
no.
you know, he's like arguably the most famous skater in the world.
Oh, not arguably. He is the greatest
Right.
athlete of all time. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Now he's doing commercials for QAnon.
He snapped his femur a year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years ago. He was skating again in 2 months, then had to have it fixed because it didn't set right. And he just put out a part doing all kinds of fucking tricks that just blow my mind. And he's 56, I believe.
That's crazy.
Well, I want to go back to what Todd said about Day One Song being 48.
Yeah.
So Day One is like, he's not my favorite skater. He's amazing, but just not my style. There's a documentary about him, and you got to go watch it because he broke his ankle. He broke his ankle when he was younger and didn't get it fixed properly.
Mm-hmm.
And they show the X-ray of it now, and you're like, not only how do you skateboard on that thing, not only do you skate amazing, how the fuck do you walk on that thing? It is just mangled, and there's nothing they can really do about it because he didn't get it fixed. He's like, well, we didn't have insurance, and it just healed. And however it healed, he's like,
yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Your body's going to heal. I mean, that's one of the reasons that they go through and they set the bone when you break the bone. You can leave your arm sitting like this. It'll eventually heal like that. Like with, like the whole forearm coming out like that. It'll heal like that.
Like when you break your pinky and it heals like that.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Like
I had to have my wrist rebroken because it was setting wrong. So they just like completely rotated and rebroke it.
Oh. Yep.
No,
This
it broke
side of
my nose a
my,
couple times, and they gotta re-break it.
This side of my nose right here got sucker punched on the side of the
But
face.
man,
This
I
whole
sleep bad
nostrils
now.
collapsed, and they're all like, "Yeah, we're gonna wait for it to heal up a little bit, and then we'll re-break it so that we can open that up." And I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna charge me $300 for that? I'll just go outside with a stick and do it my damn self." And I just never have. So,
Wow.
I literally did that when I was a lifeguard, and this was
Hey,
probably
don't
one of
worry,
the
brother. You
dumbest
come over here. I'll break it for you.
I went in
I
and I
appreciate that, Bill.
put a towel around my neck and did like the Superman jump, and the suicide dive where you
Oh.
curl in and you tuck at the last minute. Well, my
Yep.
knee went in first before I covered. My knee hit me straight in the nose, moved my nose over here. And of
Yeah.
course, I run into the hut and I see my nose over here, and all the kids are sitting there watching, and I knew the process. If you go in, you wait till the swelling goes down, and then they put the sticks up there. So I literally cracked it back, bled everywhere, and the kids, I think I traumatized a bunch of young kids there. It was pretty bad. But
Here,
it's,
let me know if you
it's
guys
straighter
can.
than it would have been.
Let me know if you
Yeah.
guys can hear this. This is a fun party trick. Oh, maybe it doesn't do it anymore. Hold on.
You sounded like a party favorite.
I heard a little squeal.
Oh,
Did you hear the pop?
yeah.
There you go. Hurts like a bitch, but I'll do it again.
That's a,
Oh, don't do it, man.
we believe you.
That's nasty.
Mm.
Yeah, that's tough.
I love that. It hurts like
Always.
a bitch, but I'll do it again. It's like people go
I'll
like,
do it
"Oh,
again.
this tastes awful. This tastes awful. Try it." No, you just told me
Try
it tastes
it.
awful. Like
Yeah.
I don't
It's
need
like
to.
that bruise on your leg that hurts, and you just keep poking at it.
You ever try this one with kids? You cover your nose like this, and you're like, "Hey, check this out," and you like
Oh,
that.
yeah. A little flick of the
No,
tooth.
see, I've never done the.
So all you do is
I don't need to. I get the actual sound effect.
Yeah. But all you're doing is you're tricking the kids. You just put your thumbnail and you do it on
Right
your
on the
teeth
teeth.
like that. Where you're
Yeah.
like that, and they're like, "Oh, that's disgusting."
There we go. I'll do it.
All right. Well, I gotta ask now. I'm trying to replicate a Grail piece. So you gotta pull me up here,
Ooh.
Oz. Let me see show you what I got.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's a Grail piece. This is the Battle Armor
Ooh.
Faker, which is in that $500 set.
Right.
I'm making the other two pieces.
Oh, nice. Very, very nice.
So it's actually Alan, the Eternia Dreams guy. He's got all that set up with all his classics,
Yep.
and he's got the original Faker with the armor, but he wants to display all three without having to buy all three for $500 or whatever it is. And so I'm making the other two.
Wow.
So this is the one I made, 3D printed and painted, and then this is the one that comes with.
Very cool. Very
good.
cool.
Pretty close. It's not exact, but
That's
it's
nice.
close
It
enough.
looks good
It's
though.
close enough for a display.
Yeah,
In
I
about
think so.
2
The basement
weeks.
display, yeah.
Well,
Those
when
pieces you sent to Brick are awesome, by the way, Kenny.
Oh,
when-
yeah.
Yeah,
No.
he was giving you a big shout out earlier.
Dude, I was so
I got a jet,
appreciative of
so
him
have a
doing
good
that.
one.
Hi, Ken.
What is-
Later,
what is
Ken.
this?
Yeah,
what
I
is
gotta
this
go
shark
too.
bite?
I gotta do some shit and then go to bed.
Steve, good
All
to
right,
meet you.
Steve. Well,
Hey,
thank
Very
you
good
for
to meet
being
you.
here,
Showing us all
brother.
that stuff.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah.
See ya.
Take care. Thanks for answering all those questions.
Yeah, no worries. Any questions you got, I'll answer them. Except for how much do you pay for that shit? I won't do that one.
No, you know what, dude? That's no one's business. I hate that, dude.
Yeah, no, I hear
How much you pay for that hat, Steve?
you. It was $17.99 back in the day, but now it's getting kind of threadbare. Nice. All right, later, guys.
All right, have a
Bye,
good one.
everyone.
Okay, brother.
Okay, Will R says, "Ken, show him your shark bite." What is that?
I don't know. I tried to bring it up
Shark
while
bite. Hoo ha ha.
Ken was still here, but now I'm wondering is this for Kenny?
That's what I was wondering.
Do you have a shark bite? Showing
No.
the shirt. Okay,
Shark bite?
maybe it was something
Got
for
no
the other
shark
Ken,
Got no
I was
shark
hoping
bite.
someone got bit by a shark and they were gonna like.
right? I was
No,
wondering
half
who
of-
here got bit by a shark. I'm like, hey, let's check that out.
Oh, like you chill
Yeah,
out
no,
after
but-
every fucking woman that come by. Look at this arm, man. I got bit by a shark. Just dangling there and shit.
No, but Brick hooked me up, man. That was cool that he got
Yeah.
that Daga.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, live. We
Ghost
were just
Daga.
talking about it. He's like, I'll get it. And I was like, are you serious? Because I missed out on it. So, you know, and
Now,
I
that was a
all the
super-
time. So
That was a Super 7 store exclusive, right? Like you couldn't get that online. It
No.
was through their store.
they had it online for a little while. There was a small
Okay.
window.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
a-
they actually re-released it for maybe a day, and you got it. There was maybe a few hours of it, but I missed it all. So that was really cool.
Right.
Even, you know, that was cool of him doing that. So I was like,
Well,
yeah, I have a bunch of prints laying around all the time anyway. So
That's what's up now, because Ken was posting earlier that E-Collectibles, for all of our Canadian friends, E-Collectibles has Ghost Jaga in.
that's
I need to hit you
like
up for
the
those Black
coolest
Star
Thundercat.
pieces, though.
Is that like
Kenzo.
NFTs?
What, Ghost Jaga? No, that's a Super 7 Ultimate figure. The translucent
Thundercat.
one.
Yeah, it is the best Thundercat, dude. That's such a good one. And Thanos, do you have a printer, or do you need the parts themselves? You
I
don't have
need,
a
I need
printer.
the parts. I don't have a printer.
Send me your address, man. I'll send whatever you want. Just let me know.
All right, cool.
Yeah, for sure. I was on 2 different streams, so I wasn't sure if you got my response to it, because I ended up going on yours for a second on my computer, and I was on Oz's and Payne's. I was trying to give everybody some
We
time
do
on
it that we do that on
Appreciate
purpose
it.
to confuse everybody.
Well, I did it for
Right.
everybody to get the time. You know, if I could, I don't know if it counts or however it works to have someone watching. So
Yeah.
jumping around.
But yeah,
I
I'll send it
think
to you
as
later.
long as they're watching like my stream, I get the hours for the ones that are actually watching on my stream. I've got to run. My question to you guys that have been doing this dual streaming more than I have: when I leave this stream, does it continue to stream until y'all quit, or does it quit my stream?
Yep.
Does my restream of this stop?
Nope.
As
No,
far
it'll
as
keep
I know,
Okay, so it'll continue.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I got
Yeah,
a
it
jet
should
because
be.
it's almost 3:00 here, and I do have to get some rest. So I've had a fun time with you guys, and Pimp Daddy Destro says good night too.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, Bill.
All right.
Good night.
Bill,
Good night.
take care, brother.
What's up, Roger? Roger's in the chat.
Hey,
So
Roger.
it's still
Yeah, I
streamed.
was gonna
like,
say, Roger fan.
I feel like if I leave, it should stop streaming, because if you left for any reason, like someone was getting like going all racist and saying shit like that,
Oh yeah, that would be bad.
you wouldn't want that on your channel.
I mean, you could probably
wouldn't.
turn it off before you go, but if you
Yeah.
just leave,
I'm looking. I don't see anywhere where you can end it. You would think once
That's
you
a good
close it out,
point.
it should just close out.
No, it doesn't.
know.
Like
Back
earlier
Come
when I
back in
backed
then,
out.
Lawrence.
it's got like an edit or remove. So maybe if you remove it, turns it off. I haven't tried it.
Well, it depends
I would
whether
just
YouTube's
assume you can.
algorithm picks it up or not before
Lawrence,
you get a
Are
chance.
you
to edit, right?
are you simulcasting right now, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Back out and come back in. Go over to your channel. Tell if it stops.
Oh no, I'll tell you firsthand. It'll still continue because, like,
Okay.
when you guys, like, when Aaron's
Oh yeah,
normally
because
with
Payne's
us,
gone on for hours after he's left.
right? And
Yeah.
then on, like, even earlier when my Chrome browser froze up and it kicked me out when Ken initially came on. You know, that was like, it was still going when I finally got back in. It was still streaming on my channel.
Yeah, and I've had to leave early and notice that it went past on the simulcast too.
So there probably is a way to end it. We just don't know what the hell that is because StreamYard's so user friendly.
because we don't know what we're doing.
We have no idea.
Yeah, I'm going with what Thanos said. We just don't know what the fuck we're doing.
And
I
just
still
pulled
never
this up.
figured
If
out
any
how
of
to
you guys
turn up
have
the
a-
music from that first episode I did. I just don't
Oh,
try
nice.
it anymore.
If anybody has the Stone Cold they need to fix, let me know. I put 2 different files together and I fit it to where it fits onto that figure. So if anybody has a Stone Cold, they
Oh, there we go.
can make it official
There it is.
That's cool.
Give him the full stunner.
instead of that finger point they got.
Right.
That was one of the things I ordered with Savage Crucible was the middle fingers, like
The finger hand.
extra pack. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite hands on my Mezco Gomez figures. It's the
Well,
middle
like,
finger.
one of the things that I like about that is like, because some people will talk about it and they're like, that's not necessary. You don't really need that with a toy. And it's like, you don't need it for your kid's toy, right? Like, you don't necessarily want that with your
Exactly.
kid's toy. Most of these, again, are all aimed at adult collectors. And secondly, like a big new play pattern that we have as adults is action figure photography.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, like sometimes you're gonna want Stone Cold to be able to flip off. Yeah, I used to pretend he was flipping people off when I had my wrestlers, right?
It's
So
so
now
punk
we can
rock.
just actually make them do it.
Yeah, I think I could make it fit the Masterverse or the Origins also. Yeah, I can
It's just a
adjust it.
slight
Pre-print.
modification to the file.
Yeah, just pre-print stuff. I can fix it. I've learned enough to be somewhat effective, but not enough to make my own yet.
Right. Can't make your own designs, but you can modify
I
others.
can modify a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be a perfect
combine
hand for
stuff,
Faker to walk around with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably shouldn't have done that on my own. All right. So, Lawrence, it looks like you were just able to stop streaming to yours from what I can tell from the studio here.
Yep.
Okay.
So, all right. So what you do is in the corner here. Let me bring it back up. There's 9 people watching. They're like, "What the fuck just happened?"
This is what we do. This is how we roll,
It's
folks.
4
We
a.m.
figure
in
it
the
out as
morning,
we
right? If you don't have something else better to do right now,
right. Like this
Only
is how we
one here.
so if you go in the corner where your name is,
Yeah, up at the
if
top.
you click on that, it says you're live. You need to go down and hit remove and walk through it. It'll
Got it.
stop you from
Okay.
streaming.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
I can actually control that as well. Okay, that's good enough. Well, I don't mind like people continuing to stream after they hop on because people are still watching from that channel.
No. Well, like I
Get
said,
those
like,
watch hours up.
it is one of those things that it's. I mean, that'd be dangerous if you were
Yeah,
on
it's
a
like Lauren said, if
stream
you got
and-
somebody messing around that you want to get off.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well. Not only that, but if you have, I mean, because you could kick anyone out that you don't want.
Yeah.
You could,
Yeah,
but like
I can.
if the host decides to start going on this racist tirade or something, or hell, even a political tirade that you don't want to hear, you don't want broadcast, you could
That
easily
stuff
just
doesn't
stop
happen on YouTube.
No, they just show their buttholes and stuff. Right?
Well, at least on this channel, that's how it goes.
Oh my gosh.
That joke will never die on this channel. We're just
the
going to
worst
keep
part is
breathing
I
life
didn't even
into it.
see the actual. I didn't even
Be
get to see the
glad
video. I just heard all the aftermath.
That was not the worst part of your
Why is
night.
that the worst part,
You want
Kenzo?
to see that, Kenzo. You do not want to see
No,
that.
I don't
but that
want
is,
to. And I'm glad I didn't. I always hear the aftermath, so
Yep.
that's all I know about it.
That was the first day that I came on. I was like,
Wow, Epic Badger's here. Wow.
You're like, this is what this guy does?
well, no. So honestly, God, true story. I'm sitting there and Oz throws the link out there and he's like, "Yeah, it's open mic." I had done, I'm doing my live stream, but I've never been on with anyone else. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know if I should really go on. I really don't know all these people. You kind of chat with them. And then that happened. And I was like, fuck it. I can't be worse than that. So, so I came on like right after that. I'm like, all right, well, I can't be worse than that.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you set it to like a certain delay time to where if you wanted to do an open mic, you could still be like, get the F out of here before it comes up? Or
I'm sure there's probably some programs like OBS might let you do something like that.
I was going to say OBS would probably do it, not through StreamYard though. There's nothing to like set like a delayed time.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Especially, that's really good to have right now, Kenny, especially with the announcement from Mondo, right?
Dude, that is such a good Orco. That whole set was so good. Yeah.
It's magnificent. And I'm glad it comes with all that because now it makes it make more sense for the price. Because they're not just going to like discount Orco. They're just going to give you more with him to compensate.
Yeah. Even with the trawl and face, that's like great, dude.
Right? An actual face
I remember
that
seeing
you
that in
can
the book.
see?
That was the only time I had seen it was in that
was it?
master's book. And then afterwards, I was like, holy crap, they're actually doing it. That's the first time. Good stuff.
When's that one supposed to come out?
The Orko?
Yeah.
Did
I
they
don't think
release
they
the
have a-
date on there on the
Okay.
I
Econ?
don't remember seeing the date, no. But you know, like if it's shown off now, we're probably like 6-7 months out. Seems to be about
Yeah.
like from the time they initially show something until it starts finding its way releasing. Like
Depending
6-7
if they
months
do
out. unless
Tila
something-
first or, whoever
Right.
they do first. Yeah.
Yeah.
And K-Dog, it's his girlfriend. It's Dre Al. It's Orko's
Yep.
little girlfriend.
Hating on Orko. I love Orko.
Dude, I do too. man.
Orko's one of the best. That was one of the greatest parts of Revelation too, was they made him a complete badass.
Better than Snarf.
I should get
Yeah.
that Orko on Monday, I
Totally.
think. The Orko and Gwildor. Those are coming on Monday.
Oh, the Masterverse
From
one's
BBCS,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, mine are shipped, but they're gonna
I
be a little while.
I printed his little key.
The key. Well, that's the more
The
action
basic one.
figure appropriate one. Right?
Yeah. This is the one I think is coming with Gwildor, this style.
That version.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you can get his other key with like movie He-Man or movie
Skeletor
Evil
and
Man, or
Evil.
I was gonna say all of them
Yeah,
have it.
all three different colors and stuff.
Different versions, but good way to repurpose the accessory though, so it's not just coming with one figure.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw in the chat before. If you guys go to Walmart, I'm sure you have them, but if you want to do customs, whatever. But Snake Eyes and
Timber?
Timber were $15 on the Walmart app, and because it's sold by Walmart, they honored it. So I bought 2 of them last night at Walmart. So
I saw it today. It was still listed at 40 on the.
It
I don't-
could change via area because sometimes that
Oh, yeah.
happens.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
see, here's the best part though, right? They price match. So if
Right.
Kenny sends the screenshot of it
Yeah,
over
I will.
to us,
if
then
anybody wants it.
we can get it. Right?
Yeah, because
As long as the
usually if
date
they have it
kinda
as a third party, they won't honor it. But it says
No, they're not going to
By
honor the
Walmart.
third party. Well, most of the time, that third party guarantee doesn't work out in our favor anyway, because the
No.
third
I mean-
party is always selling it higher.
It could have
I'd pay
been
the
discounted
15 for the
if they'd
damn
given up
timber,
the
sure.
price tag too, because.
Oh yeah, no,
you.
you don't often see that in store, but like if you can pull it up on their app, they'll price match it in the store, even if it's like an online only, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, that was cool. She did that for me. I was like, oh, that was $30 off. Shit, that's great.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because see, that would have been perfect for me because I'm trying to build up the wolf pack. Of course, now I almost wish I can get the older gray timber as opposed to the all white, because that way, like, I got my alpha, my all white timber. And
Hey,
then
come on, man. You can do a paintbrush and some gray. You can get it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it doesn't matter too much because I can always just, dry brush it.
Yeah.
Hell, you pay $15 for a couple of those, paint your wolf up, sell the Snake Eyes bodies. People will buy that shit for fodder.
Yeah.
Well,
it to
that's
Aaron.
exactly what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
All
Aaron's
right,
already got
I-
enough guys fodder.
I'm gonna go because I can't be on to 5 in the fucking morning.
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
think
You're
we're
already
gonna
on
be
till
too
4 in the
much longer.
fucking morning.
I
What's the
know.
live matter?
I usually gotta go shopping. I gotta do my show tomorrow. I gotta pick up my daughter. I might want to start doing some of these Christmas gifts.
Got to make another list.
Check it twice.
Check it twice.
No, my ex bought most of the shit, but I gotta do the other shit.
Well,
I don't know. I didn't expect to be on till 4:10,
we never do.
but I will
All
let
right,
this
Lawrence.
stream. You guys can still stream on my channel because there's 6 people watching. So
They're gonna
Only
get on
here
there
for
and go,
you, man.
Where's
You drop off, they're gone.
Not even there.
These guys.
there
Who
were
are these
10
assholes
people, but
on
then
stage?
I killed the streams.
Yes, he has to get
As
this
we were
coffee before
experimenting.
sunrise.
And they were just like, man, that guy's a dick. We're not coming back.
Did you get your car fixed yet, Lawrence?
Yeah,
Good.
$2,000. That was fun.
He's
Oh,
still
God.
fighting the court battle for Ohio to fix it for him, pay for it.
Well, it's not only that. It wasn't just only the car, but right before that, I broke a tooth and had to have a crown put on. So I just got the crown put on. So there's another $600.
Gee,
Ugh.
600. That's pretty cheap for a crown.
Well, that's with insurance. Well, that's with insurance.
With insurance, yeah. that's
Right.
true.
I was gonna say it all depends on the insurance.
That happened right before I left to go to that thing, and then they had to do they had to make the final one because they said the temporary. But then when the car broke down on the way home, so that was 2 weeks without that, and yeah, here's Christmas coming. And it's like
Now you're due for good luck for the rest of the year.
Yeah, for the rest of the year.
At least, right?
I was expecting it to be worse, but you know what? I ain't taking it with me, right? What up, Baron?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Now, I was asking Mega J on last night if he was going to be joining us again for the New Year's Eve stream and, just crash New Year's. Kenny remembers he was there last year for that.
Across the nation.
Crash the New Year's stream 3 minutes before midnight East Coast time.
Screw it all. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The last words.
That was super
Last
fun.
words. Mega J's last words on live 2022. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Are you doing a stream on New Year's Eve?
Yeah. I'm gonna do another one again. I mean, I did it last year. It was like the first super kind of long stream we ever did because we just all weren't done hanging out, having fun. So it was like, well, we got an hour until Central, so let's just roll Central. Then we did Mountain straight all the way through to Pacific.
But now you get 10 people on a normal everyday basic live. So it's going to be harder. We're going to have to take numbers to try to get into the live since,
That's
you can only
true.
get 10.
I'm actually not going to be on that one because my dog will be freaking out the entire time.
Oh,
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
that's no good.
You'll have to do it by time zones. Like those of us who are in the East Coast can be on earlier and then drop off and just
Right.
All right, well, I'm going to go so I can get some sleep. So
take care,
thanks
folks.
for having me on. I will
Anytime,
see you guys on Monday.
See you
I'll
Monday.
see you tomorrow, punk.
Have a good night.
Yeah, that actually is tomorrow. Hey, man. Take care, guys.
See you, bro.
Good night.
Yes, sir.
Well, we probably won't have to go too much longer ourselves because, it's been a long day. I got to unbox. I was waiting for some special permission to finally show these guys off. So
That's cool.
After the
We got a
Batman
really good reveal.
conversation.
So
You got
I
your
gotta
Marley,
say-
didn't you, Oz?
Oh yeah, I got Marley. Remember, I got him 2 days after I had.
Oh
him
yeah,
that
that's right.
first
You
week.
got yours fast.
mine should
that's
be
why
in
we're-
on the 21st.
Okay.
That's
Those
what
are
it
pretty
says
damn cool,
on
man.
the tracking.
Yeah. So, we'll be doing some Figure Obscura unboxing next weekend for
That's
sure.
right.
Thanos,
Hey,
you should
Oz,
have all the loot.
I don't know if you know anybody that missed out, but I'm not saying I'm not thinking they're really cool, but as far as jumping in, I probably am going to end up selling that
Red Death.
Mask of the Red Death because
Okay.
I got too much, especially with I got Cat's Lair, I got
Yeah.
Eternia coming, I got all those
Yep.
Thundercats I haven't even opened. I got Mondo, I got the Skelly, Disco, I got the Ultimate coming this next week or whatever. I
Yeah.
got
I
a
got to
Trap
say is
Jaw
that-
from PowerCon. My God, so I think that might be one that I'm gonna probably get rid of if you know anybody that missed it.
That Red Death would make a
we'll
great
definitely-
mum raw. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I know.
And I've got the small one, the big one, and I 3D printed one that's even 12-inch. So I'm good on my mum Ross too.
Believe me, if you need to offload a Mask of the Red Death, we'll find it for you. You just gotta
I'm sure
tell me
there's
what kind of
something.
price you're
Well,
looking
that way I
for.
don't have to be I don't want to do Flipper Frank shit. I don't. I
No,
don't want
of course.
I'd rather just find somebody that needs it, just sell it to them for what I, maybe just cover my costs and then that's it.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We'll find somebody who can take it from you. That's not a problem. And we totally get it, man. Because, with so much great stuff coming out, it's hard to really pick and choose. And for you not being all in on these, then that's the easiest thing for you to cut. And that's totally
Some
understandable.
asshole on YouTube talked me into buying it. Man, I don't know what the
I bought these
I don't
just
know
because
who
they're
that would've been.
cheap. I don't even collect G.I. Joe.
Dude,
It's
what were
like,
they,
oh,
10
they're
bucks?
like $10.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude,
Sometimes
and
when
that's
it's that
another
cheap,
thing.
you
I
just
got a
can't
bunch
say
of
no.
those too. And I got the Dreadnoks the other day. They were at GameStop, and I had a bunch of points. So I got both the Dreadnoks there, the new ones. And then I got those 2 snake eyes with timber. And every time I find something, I got another Crocmaster, but I'll send that one to you. But like,
Yeah.
dude, I need to stop. Dude, do you know what this Power Rangers one? I got the pig, like the
Yeah.
weird pig with the
Pudgy
hat.
pig.
So he comes
Pudgy.
in like a lunchbox. It's like a special edition one. And you open it
Yep.
up and it has like a cover with like a sandwich and a drink and all that. And then you take it off and there he is. And he's weird. Like he looks like he's just like the skin is so odd to me. But it was
Yeah.
$8 and I thought it was special edition. So I bought 3 of them and I don't know what the fuck. I guess I'm going to sell them, but they're so weird.
I saw those at DD's the other day, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
On that mask though, for $20, that mask is going for $100 on BBTS right now. That mask is insane. And I'm not really into Black Panther, but it's cool.
It is a cool mask. You should start wearing it for all your lives.
Yeah, I could. Well, I have a Skeletor and the Beastman for the NECA ones. I could wear those.
Right?
Hard to breathe.
Yeah, the Mortarhead
I was
mask.
gonna say you'd die after
Oh,
wearing
man,
one of
it's
those
so
masks
good.
for too long.
Yeah, this mask is actually breathable. It's not bad. And it has
Yeah.
that light on it. Like you hit the side.
I just love.
It just lights up.
Hey, Oz, I don't know about you, but my head's gigantic and I can never fit into any of these masks that they make.
Yeah, I got a little ass head, man.
For the most part, no, not really. They don't always work so well for me. Like I know if I were to put on, I mean, I could probably talk to Mark and see like what sizing he does for his. So I could make sure that a mask would fit. But Mark's attention to detail doing masks based off of old action figures is just incredible.
Yeah.
You know,
But those
I
rubber
love
masks,
that.
like even if you get it on your
Oh,
head,
yeah.
it's going to be miserable to be in for an extended
It
period.
is.
Of
They
time.
are hot. They are.
And you can't do it
so
on
good.
lives because then you can't hear, nobody can hear you unless you do like Eldor. And
I was going to say, we all say this, but we know Eldor wears a mask the whole time.
I don't see how he
don't
does
know
it. Like I have to dress up as the Easter Bunny every year for the nursing home, and like that thing tries to kill me. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
was the
can
Easter
do it.
Bunny when I worked at Walmart for a year, and nope, that shit sucked.
I do Santa Claus pretty good, but I don't have to wear a mask. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Santa you can tolerate because I mean it's a little hot, but it's not bad. But
yeah, I'll be Santa this year too. So
I don't think I finished much more from the last live you had on him, did I?
Oh no,
think
no, it's about at the same point.
About the same. I haven't really done much.
Still
Well, I've
a
been
good
doing the
one.
armor and stuff, and I printed a bunch of these clear armor for classics for the battle armor.
Nice.
Not bad. Been printing a bunch of stuff. I still have an FDM printer that I haven't even taken out of the box yet, so I'm gonna do that one for the larger scale stuff, and then I've got, of course, my resin for the smaller stuff. But yeah, well, I got too much shit that I don't use yet.
Well,
yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to stop buying toys long enough to afford a 3D printer.
Well, until then, Thanos, get on that Cults 3D and then look for something. If you have anything in mind, if you find something, just send me the link or screenshot it. And most likely, if it's Motu, I already have it. But even if it's something that's a couple bucks, I can.
I purchased the Hell Skull because I was gonna try to get my buddy to print it out for me, but
Yeah, so I have that one, but that's the reason I bought that FDM, because the FDM it prints in that
It's got
larger
the
scale.
larger build plate so that you can actually make something that size.
Yeah. And then I want to do like the battle or the attack track for the filmation.
Right.
I've got all the files for those. Yeah, it's fun. I'm excited to start doing something. Then it'll take a little more sanding, and I don't know about the preciseness, but that's why I have the other ones is for the detailed face stuff, and then the FDM I can just do the larger stuff that doesn't need as much.
for the smaller like detailed stuff like the head sculpts, like what do you recommend? Like a good 3D printer?
Dude, Elegoo is so good. Like I've got all my printers are by Elegoo is the brand. The newest one, like you could get a Saturn, which is the mid-size, which is the one I use for like my 12-inch figures. It's $299.
That's
Yeah.
not too bad.
No, like you could get the smaller one that's about 7-inch build plate. The one I have is a 10-inch build plate, but the 7-inch build plate you could get for $239 or even less. It might even be they have sales. But in the resin usually runs about 16 to 25 to buy a bottle of resin. You want to load up on nitrile gloves. You probably get them. You could get them from work.
I have a ton of them, yeah.
The isopropyl alcohol, you want to get at least 94 if you can. I usually just get the 91 from Walmart, and it works fine.
Right.
But little things like that. But other than that, it's not that expensive once you get going.
How's the maintenance and the upkeep on those?
You replace I don't know if you remember that one live that Mr. Wonderful, what's his name?
Travis.
Travis was replacing that film during the live. Like that's usually all you have to do. And if you do have something that needs to be done, like an upgrade in the software, or if it needs to be changed or anything else, Elegoo is so good with customer service. Like I had a problem with one of them that needed an upgrade in the firmware. I emailed them. I said, hey, I don't know what's going on. This isn't working. And they're like, oh, download this and then put it in and then hit this. But it tells you step by step how to fix it. And it worked. So they're really good. Cool. Yeah, it's not upkeep's not that bad.
Yeah. Because I know a couple people who have 3D printers and like they're always out of commission for some other reason. I don't know what their brands are or how old they are. But
most of the time, it's people being lazy about it. Like they get it and it's all working fine, and then like the build plate becomes unlevel, so then they're like, not putting out good prints, and then they just kind of be like, all right,
they stop. They don't know what. Well, and even like a failed print, like the only time I really clean out my vat is if I have anything failed. Normally I'll get the glove on every now and then and run my finger through it, make sure there's no chunks or anything. Night K-Dog. But normally, once you get it set and level, you're good. And it's not that bad. It's certain resins, if it's a little bit different, like some are more flexible, some are like the clear resins, you might have to adjust your timing a little bit, but it tells you on the bottle or it tells you on the website what to do. So it's pretty once like Oz says, if you follow along and you just do as you're supposed to, you won't have any problems.
You need good ventilation for one too.
Well, the one that I have, the Saturn 2, it's the Saturn 2 is the one that's $299. It actually has like a little air purifier little thing inside of it, and then it has the cover over it. I have mine in a closet, in a walk-in closet with everything closed, so I don't really mess it. I don't have any issues with it, but it could be some people take it to the extreme and actually put like a tube that goes out their window to make sure everything goes out. But with the new resin, it doesn't have a smell like the original stuff that came out, and it's not bad. It's not the fumes I get more is from the alcohol when I'm cleaning it. That's the worst that I'm like, oh shit, But it's worth it, dude, for sure.
That's cool.
But in the meantime, let me know, man. I can print whatever you need.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit you up for that. Those Black Star pieces.
Oh yeah.
I need an Overlord. I have a good custom Black Star because I got the Blue Dubu one.
Yeah. Well, it's actually that's who made the one that I have too. I'm on his Patreon now, so every time he releases something, I'm able
He'll put something for free on Patreon.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've been thinking about signing up for it.
Well, hey. You don't need to now, because if you need anything, I got you.
That's true. I want to get those. Want the Castlevania stuff? Like, man, those were so good. When he did that was older before he started doing the Patreon.
Well, he'll probably go back around and start.
Go back around to it, yeah. When he did all the pieces for Simon Belmont, I was like, I'm in. I want that.
He's good. He makes a lot of good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Hordak is my favorite though. Hordak MX.
Hordak MX.
He is. I love all the stuff he makes too, man.
All of them are really, really good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's give it a wrap here.
Yeah.
Ed, what's coming up, brother?
Tomorrow night, 9:00, Hella Dope Toys, end of the year Christmas special, and then Tuesday. Well, Punk's got his show on Monday, like always, 9:00.
Yeah.
Punk with Toys. I mod for him as well as Hella Dope. And then on Tuesday, my own channel with Luke. Him and I will be discussing the history of Santa Claus.
Well, that'll
There
be
you go.
good.
Very cool.
It's going to be a really, really good stream. Thanos.
I got another Instagram retrospective coming out tomorrow. Might not be as early as usually is because I haven't filmed it yet, but I'll do it sometime tomorrow and throw it out. I just finished my Hanukkah series. Some Christmas stuff will start popping up on Instagram. Yeah, every day on Instagram, every weekend on YouTube.
Kenny.
I think before we might do a little earlier than your stream next weekend. I think we're gonna end up doing that gum challenge on Saturday and a little earlier
Oh, cool.
than your stream.
Everybody's going to want to tune into that 40-year-old
Japan.
gum.
Yeah, Japan
Oh, the
TMNT
gum
Collector's gonna
challenge,
have
yeah.
his, and then Mikey and myself will have the Masters gum. But other than that, I think I'm gonna get I think I'll get a few things this week. Like I said, I got the Eldor or the Orko and the Gwildor coming this week. I might do a live unboxing or something, but I fly by the seat of my pants. I got nothing really planned, but hopefully back here on Saturday,
Always, brother, always. Well, for me this week, last week we actually had to cancel and reschedule the stop motion Toy Frenzy episode, so that'll be coming up this Thursday night. We'll finally be doing our holiday Christmas special right in time before Christmas. It's actually something we were going to plan to do like earlier in the month, and it kept getting pushed back. So, we'll finally be doing that episode, and then of course next weekend you'll see us here on Saturday night. And because I'm a glutton for punishment, we'll probably even do a little something either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I'll throw out the invite, see who wants to drop by. But it's always good to spend time around the holidays with your friends. So,
absolutely.
All right, folks. Well, it's been a blast, and we will